Name is Ross Edgley, age 32, just turned 32, and occupation is, I suppose, athlete adventurer, which means I'm not an athlete, so I won't be going to the Olympics or anything really cool like that. Yeah. And I'm also not an adventurer in that I won't be climbing any really cool mountains and no rivers will be named after me. I'm this hybrid in between. Strongman swimming is an event that I and my friends have dreamed of. So essentially, it involves swimming very, very far with a £100 tree attached to your trunks, which sounds really odd and it probably needs some explaining. Basically, I did a triathlon last year, again in the Caribbean, carrying a £100 tree, and the media called it the world's first triathlon. We all really liked the name, and everyone was calling me a triathlete. I was like, that's quite cool. But what was weird is I was actually quite quick on the swim. So I was chatting to Kerry-Ann and Dave Perry, who are obviously friends, long-time visitors to the BodyHoliday, and they said, look, why don't we just extend the swim? Why don't we just see how far you can swim with a tree attached to your trunk? So I was like, okay, Strongman swimming was born. So my background was actually in swimming, although I'm built like a hobbit, so I'm like 5'9" on a good day, and that's if I kind of wear my quiff up as well. So I'm not very tall, and so my coach was like, you're never going to be that good a swimmer, because everyone else was just 6'4", Michael Phelps. So that was probably my first love, my first sport, but genetically I was never going to be all that good at it. So I ended up playing many other sports, water polo, I went into powerlifting for a while, rugby, sprinting, and so in a weird way now I've kind of come full circle, and I just kind of came back to what was my first love, even though it's not about the speed or anything, it's just about completing it. So in a weird way it feels kind of cool to come back to what was the first sport. Training for strongman swimming is kind of unavoidably a little bit boring in that you just attach a tree to your trunks and just swim very, very far. One of the things has been nutrition, so just eating every 20 minutes. The drag caused by the tree, obviously if you're an open water swimmer, you might be feeding every half an hour to an hour. A lot of channel swimmers, they'll be doing it certainly every 45 minutes, whereas because of the drag caused by the tree, I'm just feeding that much more often. So in a weird way, yes, it's training in terms of the mileage and just getting the volume, aerobic, anaerobic fitness, drilling good technique as well, but also it's been about training your digestive system, which sounds a little bit odd, but you have to be able to just pack down as many calories, carbohydrates, fats, that dual fuel energy approach as possible, and then just keep on swimming. And that's taken, well, unfortunately I love to eat, but that's one thing that I've had to train as well. So every single strongman swim that we've done so far has sort of raised up various problems that I didn't really foresee. So the first was 10k in Windermere, which was okay. It was a little bit chilly, so it was about 16 degrees. And that was really just to see how it went. I was wearing a wetsuit chafing. It was awful. The tree was okay, it was kind of dragging a little bit, but we got through that one. We then did 20 kilometres in Loughborough, so that's in Scotland. Again, that wasn't warm. So it was just about seeing if you could get through 20 kilometres, quick enough before you started to really freeze and it started to become a problem. We then randomly went to Iceland where we did another 20k, and that was 2 degrees. But I had everything, I had gloves, everything, but it was incredible just swimming among the icebergs. But then icebergs were an issue because one got caught on the tree. So that was something I didn't really see happening. And then a lot of swimming in the pool as well, which is just not really applicable to being out in open water, but it's just to know that physiologically you've got it in your shoulders. So I know I can't swim 40k, but coming out here, it's been amazing speaking to so many people from the BodyHoliday, all of the bodyguards, and even a lot of the local people. So I went to a street party, and they'd heard about what I was doing. So many were like, you're absolutely crazy. They were like, do you know how bad the waves are? And I was like, no. So the next day I went out there, yeah, the waves are cheeky. So I think right now we're looking at a window, and it's kind of weighing up sun exposure, because I'm going to be out there for so long, so that coming down on my back for whole of midday, so dehydration, feeding as well, salt water as well. Don't want to be out there too long. You get salt mouth where your tongue sort of swells up, and so I won't actually be able to take on any fluids. Technique as well, so I've developed quite a good technique, but not in these sorts of waves. that's an issue. So in a weird way, I'm excited but equally nervous about all of the challenges that the Saint Lucia to Martinique swim kind of represent. So I've been very fortunate with strongman swimming. I've got two very good friends in the form of Dave Carey and Kerry-Ann Payne, who have just got, between them, they're probably the best support team you could have. So what was amazing is first teaching me to swim. So I thought I knew how to swim, but there's so many nuances and tweaks and techniques you can make. And I know that's what the guys, Kerry-Ann and David actually offer here to everybody. And what's amazing is seeing how it doesn't matter if you're trying to swim, your first 25 meters in the pool, or like me, across the Caribbean Sea. The principles are exactly the same. So just learning to swim, which sounds so stupid, but it's to swim properly and efficiently, not just strongman swimming. You can swim harder or you can swim smarter, and smarter is more efficient and easier and quicker. So I'd always recommend swimming smarter. No, it's always, I have to use a tree everywhere, a new tree wherever I go, because they wouldn't let me take it on the plane with me. So we're out here now, and what's so sweet, again, I can't say this enough, but everybody at the BodyHoliday and Saint Lucia generally has just been so sweet. So they heard about what was happening, but then they all just started to jump on saying, have you got a tree? And now everybody's looking all over, like, every corner of the island for a tree for me. So we haven't found one, we're 4 days out, and we need to find the right tree so that it's heavy enough, streamlined enough, and it feels right. It's got a nice shape to it. So yeah, we haven't got one yet. So we've done Windermere, we did a lot of swims back in the UK, we did Iceland as well, but the final swim had to be 40 kilometres. It needed to be island to island, and we looked at so many locations, but ultimately when I was speaking to Kerry-Ann and David, they were like, it has to be the BodyHoliday. Not only is it kind of just this, it's becoming like the strongman swimming mecca. Everyone now on social media is throwing around ideas, tuning in to see what we're up to this week, to learn about, and that's what's so exciting, I think. At the BodyHoliday, it doesn't matter what your goal is. You might just want to improve your mobility, do a little bit of yoga, or you might want to swim from Saint Lucia to Martinique with a tree. And it doesn't matter. They will still kind of say, okay, let's see how we can help you. And so I think what's now been so great on social media is everybody's tuning in. So throughout this week, because it's a new sport and you don't know how to really go about training for it, everybody's been amazing to tune in and say, no, try the pancakes, I was there last year, put the carb load on the pancakes. And then other people saying, like, there's a swoosh. So I've heard about swoosh, I still need to try one. And it sounds incredible. This milkshake, peanut butter type thing. So everyone on social media is going, oh no, get the peanut butter swoosh, no, get the blueberry. And so it's been great. And I think the BodyHoliday is genuinely one of very few places, if the only place in the world, where you could turn up, say I want to swim with a tree attaching trunks, and not only are people accepting of that, but they actually want to help you. So that's why the BodyHoliday was just the logical place, if I'm honest. Yeah, so we've the weird thing now is getting to such a point where people on social media just start throwing out locations and ideas. So we've had a few suggestions very closely related to strongman swimming. So I think 2018, it's hard now because we've got to raise the bar each time. But I have no doubt probably after this, we're going to the local championships where I know all the islands are competing. I'll obviously be cheering for Saint Lucia. But even some of the kids out there were just throwing out ideas as well. And I think what's so amazing is when you have, some of these kids were like 9 and 10 years old, so they don't really think in terms of like rules and restrictions, and they're completely like not blinkered by convention. So they were just shouting out like, tow a fridge, tow a car. I was like, I don't think we can tow a car, but it didn't matter, and they were just throwing out. And that's what I love about strongman swimming, aside from the fact we've raised a lot of money for charity, which is first and foremost why we did it. Secondly, as a sports scientist, I like to see if it's even possible to create and then deconstruct a new sport and complete it. And then thirdly as well, just seeing people's faces, and then hopefully, not everybody has to attach a tree to their trunks, but if somebody can just say, find their own strongman swimming and weird play, then I think the whole thing that we're going to do, hopefully this weekend, fingers crossed, touch wood, is going to be worthwhile.